Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of our message behind the music. Get to know us. And today it's with artist Michael Ryder. And Michael Ryder has just released a new album called Beauty. And Ciege is also going to join us and interview with to interview Michael. So we're really excited, and I am getting them to join now. This always takes a minute. Yeah, set both. Go live. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. Now, oh my
Hello,
Hey,
God!
Sam.
how are you,
Yay!
Michael? Hey, Graham.
Hello.
Congratulations, by the way, too, on this release.
What'd you say?
I said, is my mic good?
Yeah. You guys can
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. Woo.
yeah, yeah. I was saying congratulations to Michael on the release.
Yes, it's an
Thank
awesome album.
you.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, and thanks for doing this.
No,
Yeah, of
all
course. Well, I'm going to pass it. Oh, and by the way, if folks don't know, both Synesthetes and Michael Ryder, they're not only artists that work with us, but they're also board members. So,
Yeah.
um,
yeah.
we really appreciate everything they do to support us. I'm going to pass it off to the both of you, and let Sin take it from here. And I'm excited to sit in and maybe maybe I have some questions too. People in the
Sounds good.
ask questions for
I see
Michael.
Michael. Hi, Michael.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Drop it in the chat. Do you have a favorite emoji? That's my first question.
Ooh, that's a great one. So, um, so I think probably it's probably the emoji with the hearts on the eyes is probably the one that I frequent the most. Or
Okay, so
yeah.
the hearts with the eyes. Okay, so everyone listening that's tuned in, drop some hearts with eyes in the chat. So,
What's your
uh,
favorite emoji, Sen?
um, the moon with the shady face, because it's giving shade.
I love very Scorpio of you.
Yeah, there's that moon. Oh,
Yes.
that's the one I see. Yeah. No, this I'll drop mine in the chat.
Oh
That's
my
number.
gosh, is that Jen?
Sorry,
Oh, maybe it's
but that's
not.
my favorite one. Um, but yeah, so let's get to it. So again, congratulations on your release. I wouldn't have passed up an interview for you in the for anything in the world right now because like I've always been a fan. I love your voice, like your tone. I've always told you that. And then like the production, yeah, that is we have guidelines or like something to follow, but I might go off a little bit because I have so many questions about like I want to tap into what goes on in the world of Michael Ryder when they're creating, and also some other things. So, when did you first get into music as a listener, and like first favorite song or anything like that?
I feel, well, music has so much been part of my life for so long. I can't even remember, but I do know that the first three albums that I kind of bought were um was Gwen Stefani's um Love Angel Music Baby,
Oh wow,
and
okay, okay.
and it was that with Avril Lavigne's Under My Skin. Um which is so funny now to think that I think Gwen Stefani's kind of like canceled, but
Is she now? Oh, okay.
I'll send you that later, and it's
Okay, okay, that
interesting.
sounds good. The more you know.
The more you know.
Um, yeah. So it was like you went out and bought that, or was it like a holiday gift or something like that, or
I think it was a holiday gift, maybe. Um, I can't remember, but
No,
somehow I got it. So
no, yeah, no, no. I guess the question I'm leading to is like, what was the first album you physically purchased? It's like I
I
have to have that.
I definitely wanted those albums really bad, and but I think there was also Gems Finally Woken that I really wanted to. I saw her music video on the N and for her
Oh,
song
the
called
end.
Day. Yeah. Did you see, did you watch that? Did you watch the ad? Are you familiar?
Yeah, I am familiar. The end with like the grassy and stuff was on it.
Oh, yes. All the
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
dramas.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, the kid dramas. So yeah.
What you're talking about?
You
Okay,
miss,
so
oh, you, it's so
I'll
good.
explain it like this. Like there was this channel. It was kind of I think it was owned by like Nickelodeon or something. It was like an offshoot, and so they would have noggin, and it would be during the day for like the babies, like all day baby television, and then at like 7 o'clock it was called the end. It was for like the teenagers. So it was
It
like
was
we
edgy.
felt, yeah, we felt like we were some like on some real adult type stuff. Like
I mean, there
yeah,
was some serious stuff
yeah,
though. I
no, no, no,
mean,
no.
like Degrassi was, I think the first time I ever knew about like the first time I ever saw like gayness, like two men kissing was on Degrassi.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So it honestly, I mean, that's not like that. It kind of seeped into who you may be today, seeing that first experience, at least with myself too, like seeing that. So, but going back a little bit, when did you first start writing your music and recording?
Um, so I think I started recording probably in like 2009, 2010. I got a very gracious gift from my dad. He bought me this giant Phantom Roland keyboard, and I was like playing around with that. And um, yeah, and then I met this guy named Justin Jaro, he's not just a guy, he's actually turned out to be like a really amazing kind of like he's so good at so many things, but he makes amazing videos and he makes music and he's like is good with technology. Justin Jaro, he's like really amazing and he had a band and yeah, he just like hit me up and we were all on MySpace at the time and he just was like, yeah, do you want to like record some music? And so I recorded my first album there with Justin Jaro. So and he made all my
Wow.
music videos and like my pictures and yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna take it a step back. So, like, were you like a choir kid or like anything? Like, you can go as like, yeah, like when maybe not even just when you started officially, but like when did you like really start tapping into music?
Well, I did CYT, Christian Youth Theater, when I was a kid. And I did that for years. I started when I was like 9. And
Okay,
yeah, so that was like musical theater. And but in school I did art. I was doing like art class and art stuff. So
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Painter, also.
yeah. Yeah, there was one behind me.
So you're are you born and raised in New York? Was
I'm
that
born and raised in Virginia.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
and
okay,
then I moved to New York in 2013 for school. So, and I've
okay.
been here. I've just scraped by. Like
Oh,
everything's taking me away, but I just somehow managed to stay here.
no, that's what's up. That's awesome. Like that. I mean, that. I guess I asked that too. Is like that's one of the traditional music capitals. So did that like inspire your sound too? Like being there and
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like, um, yeah, it's kind of overwhelming though because I feel like things are always changing in New York. It's like so transient that to get a hold of anything is really difficult. I guess maybe building a certain identity is kind of hard because it's like, there's so many. schools of thought and music and art that like it's just yeah, it's kind of tough to but yeah, but definitely it's been immensely inspiring and yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, with that being said, let's talk about one of the main reasons we're here. Let's talk about beauty.
Yeah.
Let's talk about beauty. What beauty is to you. What is that? How did you set on that word of beauty? Something so simple but so powerful in a title for you know a
Well,
project.
the short answer is that it is the same planet that rules both my astrology and my producer the myths astrology. We're both Venusian. We're both ruled by Venus. M's a Libra and I am a Taurus. And Venus is the planet of love and beauty. So this album is about that as well. And yeah, a pretty it's a pretty tumultuous exploration of battling myself in navigating a abusive relationship that I was in over the pandemic.
Mm, mm.
Um yeah, so it definitely was the darkest chapter of my life that I really hope I have learned my lesson and that I don't go back to those days, which I don't think I will because I've done a tremendous amount of healing and growth. But yeah, that I met somebody off of a gay app that we all know, but I won't say the name.
I
And it
love
was
it. Oh,
it was the middle of the
every time,
pandemic and I was very alone and
every time.
every time and that's why I felt the need to make this album is because like they don't tell you about this, they and especially like and I think it's something that um I mean I'm still healing and growing from all those tribulations and finding what my values are and still kind of exploring that and because I think that there's a certain kind of idea which we should all be accepting and loving and of course, but I do think that it's important to have a certain kind of discernment, and especially when you're alone a
Mm,
lot, when you're gay and you don't have a lot of people around you to check in on you. It's like you find yourself in these weird situations, and I knew I was finding myself in those kinds of situations for a long time, and this was kind of like the cherry on top that like I knew I really needed to like analyze every part of my life
yeah,
and
yeah,
every
yeah. So I mean, I get it because like sometimes it's like it's almost like you're not like your only option, but it's like okay, this is how I can function finding a significant other in this in the gay world, the gay culture, and it's like this is the only way, and it's you're already kind of set up for failure because it's that internet thing, but sometimes it's like that's the only way some guys will be guys, like but you're going to run into so much shit. Can I say shit? You're going to run into so much stuff that's going to make you feel unbeautiful, you know.
yeah.
So let's thanks for sharing that. Because that just lets that's a lot of artists these days release things and projects that aren't genuine or that really aren't attached to them, and that's why Grimalkin has you as a part of everything, and
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like it's just the icing on the cake, along with your personality as well and the things you do. So what can you? How did y'all get down to beauty? Like, what the production is awesome. The vocals are on fleek. So it's like, I think my personal favorite was Come to Find Come to Find You're Fine. I
Oh, damn.
really enjoy that. Everything about that one.
That one's brutal. That one's actually an older one that I've had rattling around for a long time. So it's kind of funny because I think like always writing, you find yourself writing about the things that lead you up into the present. And that song is so much about yeah, just like kind of this th- an, a love that's not reciprocal. And it's also about
Mm.
avoidance and avoidance going both ways and something that like yeah, I guess it's certainly I something a situation that I grew up with um having to learn about all the mental faculties. I think that was I was just raised around a lot of things that also needed to catch up probably and wasn't as sufficient. Um, so, it's all a chain. It's all
Hmm.
we learn from what they learn and it's all a
Yeah,
cycle.
yeah.
So
That and the simple philosophy of hurt people thing, and
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
all of that. So what's your favorite? I'm going off the dome. What's your favorite track on the album?
Mm, I have
A
a
deep cut,
special
like your personal deep cut, like because back in the day when labels were like running everything, they had that like this is the I'm gonna say pop track, but like what's your like deep cut, your personal on this project, your deep cut?
It's well, I'm very lucky that I picked this one as a single, but it's definitely patience. I have a very special place for patience.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like a form that I hadn't realized and executed. So this is the first time that I have this certain form. Um, Yeah, it just kind of reminds me of like a tornado or something, and that's what I love about that song. And um, yeah, just like the best parts of um of that ascending and descending internally, and yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna jump forward and pop back. So I'm just gonna bounce around. So we know that Grimalkin, you're part of Grimalkin Records. You're on the board. So
Yeah.
it's much more than music. It's about mutual aid and encouraging folks to become more active in their local communities. Um, and how like so some of the proceeds from your album Beauty uh, went to mutual aid or a grassroots organization of your choosing. So who did you choose and why?
I chose Palante Harlem here in New York, and they advocate on tenant rights. And basically, so much of the album is about exploring kind of um, a compromised terrain, but it's also so much of this person's journey. This person um, was houseless, and they, of course, struggled with so many things because of that situation. And I just felt that it was only right to have the tapes go to Palante Harlem because we all know too that we're in a housing crisis. So
Mm, mm.
yeah.
That's awesome. That is, yeah, that's some,
Yeah, it's a bad
yeah.
situation. So many wealthy people buying up houses and all over the United States. It's terrible.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
But hey, you're making a small difference, like a big small difference. So
Yes. Yeah. So
can you
grateful
share
that
any?
we can make art.
And I
Yeah,
just was
yeah.
going to we don't usually raise a ton of money, but we at least we raise some, and we raise some more awareness of organizations that are doing really terrific things, and we got them highlighted on our organizational page of folks that we help with our releases. So, we hope that people go there. You should check out. There's so many organizations that we've supported through different artist releases, and you can find that on our website if you want to check that out. But I just wanted to
Yeah,
add that in. We're also really awesome about sharing some of the posts, which is really cool. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So
think
Same
are there?
here.
that we have to send their way at some point. So,
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, get those tapes.
So I feel
all
like you
the
kind of
for Michael's tapes go to how do you say? Because I know it's like PALANTE. I don't want to say it. I know it stands
Palante.
for Palante.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Harlem.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I'll be quiet.
no. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'll
You
chime
kind
in
of
every now and
Exactly.
you kind of compiled two questions in one for me anyway. So thank you. So, um, so let's see. If you could change one thing, so Grimalkin, we all know, it strives to make changes within the music industry anyway. So if you could change one thing about the music industry, what would it be? Why do you feel the changes are necessary?
Well, so I mean, I think that I feel like I mean, this is coming from my heart with very minimal experience dealing with the music industry, but I feel like there just isn't a music industry. It seems like there's no um kind of prioritizing of the music. It seems like it's all about profit, and that makes me really sad as somebody that loves art and loves hearing about people's stories and things that don't necessarily are on top 40 or whatever, like, on a certain formula for TikTok. um I'm so grateful that it's like I get to make art about my life and the things that I think are important. And I just wish that we heard more of that in the music industry. So, yeah.
It reminds me of your style reminds me of a. I'm not going to name the artist because not this is about you, but it's as if someone did not have the machine behind them, what their sound would have like. You're living in the sound and the message, and like you didn't have a corporate machine behind you. So that's definitely one thing that I hear in your music, like reflecting upon your mentioning of there is no music industry. Yours is about music. So I just wanted to add that in myself. And uh, let's
I
see.
was
What are
gonna.
you listening to right now?
Oh, okay.
Hmm?
That's so fine. That's
No,
fine.
no,
Never
no. Jump in.
afterwards. Go ahead. You answer.
Well, I was going to ask, what are you listening to right now? Something you're listening to right now.
Can you remember the thought, Grim? Or
Well, yeah, I'll wait
okay.
till once you answer Sin, and then we can. Yeah, that's fine. I
Okay.
can wait.
My music that I'm listening to now, I love this artist named Sucre. I've been like such a huge fangirl of Sucre. Um, she put out an album a couple years ago, and I've just been like listening to that religiously. Um, and I've been listening to a lot of this artist named Gemma Hayes from Ireland. She's a singer
Wow.
songwriter, shoegaze artist, amazing textures and fields of drones, and I love all of her music. And I love this artist named Halfwave, And I just recently went to see the last concert I went to see was of this artist named Martin, who is like a producer DJ, and he played at. Was the reason why it's because I don't listen to a lot of men, and this is the
Oh my
one of
God,
the few
same
men.
here.
It's always good to listen to different perspectives, and even though he's not singing, he's just playing his beats. But I'm gonna take that. So, but that
That
was
works, yeah.
that was amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna hop in and ask a little bit about um how you guys produce and recorded Beauty, because I know that that's there's a story there, right? And that's different than, well, I guess it's of our times that you would do it the way you did it, but yeah, yeah.
So all of Beauty is MIDI. It's all software synths and software sounds. So basically, I sent the demos and I recorded the vocals in my closet and basically with all of their magic and all their newly engineering chops because I'm just finished going to music school. So we made the album over Zoom basically. So would um, have my MIDI and they would just put it on their Pro Tools sessions. And yeah, and basically we would just kind of like would open up Splice and we'd be like, oh, I like this, I don't like this, I like that. And yeah, it was super fun and just really just amazing. And um I love like I mean I'm not very I think that there's something really amazing about collaborating. And I think that, like, I do want to be more proficient with technology, but I think that to collaborate, there's nothing like it. And I mean, I'm very grateful that I was in the opportunity that I could do that. But it makes me put my best foot forward and be very kind of adamant about always bringing my best material and like my best self as an artist and as a human being. And yeah, yeah.
That's
Yes, I was curious too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
no,
but
you're
I've been dying.
fine.
Are your demos that you send, are they like stripped down piano and you singing, or are you doing, yeah, I'm just curious about that because I know you play piano and like we hear some piano on Beauty and I was curious, was that digitized then later or like, yeah, I'm just curious.
The demos do have percussion and bass, and I get or just like all of the not all the songs have all the parts. I think that there's some songs um that there's a little more of one thing or less of another, but um but and yeah, the piano is all yeah, everything's electronic and yeah, on the grid. That's the only thing that's on the grid for me.
I got you. That's
Yeah.
What
no,
what,
it's
what
just like
program to send the demos? I know I'm asking all this technical stuff. I'm just curious.
No, I love it. I used Ableton because Ableton was I've been trying to get in front of all these programs, but Ableton was the has always been the one that's like just been the most can understand the most. So
Ableton is
yeah.
like the best thing in the world to me. Oh my God, I love Ableton.
What do you use, Sin? Do you?
Ableton.
Okay, okay,
Yeah. Ableton. Ableton. I'm starting to get into Reaper. But yeah, Ableton.
okay.
Um, but I was gonna say, and I really could be telling on myself because I've been rocking Ableton like light nine for like
That's
a
our
minute.
same.
Yeah, light nine, 8 tracks. But also, so you do Ableton Live eight with light 8 tracks.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So cute.
crazy because like your production. I mean, I'm sure like you and the producer add on and do it. I don't know your routine and regimen, but like that shows you the ability of like your songwriting and your like your musical like I don't know the ability to create your ability of creation is out of this world to work within the confines of 8 tracks because I know that struggle and it's like I'm not paying $300 for a when you built the song on you're not trying to add a whole bunch of bells and whistles like the song is just beautiful like your production but at the same time it I would have thought you would have had like a higher like tiered version of that because it sounds like professional as you can get. Like there's no question of it. Like it sounds like like I think it was like the first 2 songs like was very orchestral a little bit, and so it sounded like you wouldn't have known that it was done through Zoom and like these
Mm.
new wave technologies. It sounds like you were in a studio with a live instrumentation or synths and all of this stuff going on. So it's like it's
Oh,
incredible. That's all
thank
I have to
you.
say. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
it's just
That's
really it's just a really a grandiose production. I just think that it just sounds it's perfectly imperfect.
oh, thank you. I mean, I think that
Yeah.
I do it. I think it's so important to always remember that, like, like at the end of the day, they have to be songs. It's like they should. I mean, in my opinion, like for me, like I have to be able to play everything that, like I can just play it on piano and it
Mm.
just
Yeah.
live that way. So
Can you break that song down? Like
yeah.
everything you can strip it away and still find the song. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I love about music too is like it can take any incarnation, it can transform, it can be stripped back or put with an ensemble. It's like it's just yeah, it's so cool that way.
Yeah. 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 Um so let me see. I think are we good for how are we on time? You wanna keep it going or
Well, I mean, there was only other question I could think of that I did want to ask, is how, when you perform live, how do you decide whether to do it with, stripped down on piano versus, because I've seen you both ways, where you've played stripped down songs on piano, and then other times where you use a backing track and you're more focused on the performance and the vocals. And
Mhm.
yeah, curious how you decide which you're gonna do, and like, or is it just yeah, like whatever, whatever.
Thank you. That's a great question, Grim. Yeah, it's like it's kind of I take into account like the room that I'll be in and if like the tracks will translate because you definitely don't want to do tracks in a room that's like what is happening like where I because I try not to even though it's like karaoke I try really hard not to it to be more of a performance so if I'm doing the tracks, but then if I'm like doing just a piano show, which I think that um yeah, because the thing with the tracks is like people are less they're more suspicious of what's happening because it's like they're like, who made this music? Like, did you find it on YouTube or something? And with the piano, it's like people can easily recognize that you're playing the piano and that, those are that's so yeah, it's just like it's hard to figure out, but it is but yeah, that's a thank you for that question. It is a science and I do think about it a lot. And but yeah, it just depends on the room and if I can get a keyboard in. I mean, because ideally, um
They're
yeah.
like
Yeah.
something heavy to carry, yeah, depending on what you're using.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
as I almost was wondering if like, as I seen you both ways, so I was wondering like, what would happen if you like mixed it up,
I
like
know, yes, yes.
piano, and then yeah, maybe there's still backing track, but the piano part isn't, or maybe you're on the piano doing it very like stripped down, and then it kicks in and you get off the, the piano and you're like coming and singing. I don't know.
Oh, thank you, Grim.
Well,
I am thinking about all of that. I think like one thing I will say is that like I'm very it might be my like ADD, which actually I don't know. I shouldn't say that because I haven't tested positive yet for ADD, but I'm sure I have it. All my siblings have it, but I try very I try to be
all of
very
us
in
have it.
the Do you have it too? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yes,
I mean, I think
it's bad.
all the best ones do. I mean, it's like,
Yeah,
but
sometimes like when I'm in thought, I will literally pace, and I'm like, oh, that's the thing. Like that's
yeah.
something that's not everybody doesn't pace when they're like thinking.
I mean
So
that can be my gosh, that's a whole nother discussion. But
yeah,
it's
sorry,
I
I'm sorry. I went off on I just did
no
it. I just did
no.
it. I just did it.
No, you both are really good performers. So I actually think it's interesting, like, because I've noticed also you two, Sin, of kind of all your, you play a little bit, but you also have the backing tracks, and you're doing, you're definitely the performer.
Guitar.
Added in some dance, yeah, the guitar obviously, but then you also had dancers before, which I thought was really cool, and I saw that video. And I guess just curious how you guys, you know, I know this isn't we're going off track from the interview, but it is kind of cool to hear about how different people make those types of decisions when they're performing. And if there's a like an avenue or like a way that you guys are thinking to the future about how you might work on that part of your and where you'd like to go with that. I'd actually love to hear from both of you. Like as performers.
Yeah.
Um, you know, yeah. Like
Yeah, I
just
think somebody told me a while ago. It's about how like you want to curate your space. So it's like, okay, when I walk into this room, what am I trying to vibe? Do I want like, do I want tall glasses? Do I want small glasses? Do I want a high chair? Do I want low chairs? Do I want it to like what do you so musically, how do I want to curate the space? And then on
mm,
top of that, adding those little things like that. So it's like, how do I? Yeah. So I think Michael does that great, gracefully. So, um, when speaking on that, when can people catch you next? So where's your next show?
Well, I'm very excited that I will be playing the Grimalkin Festival. So I will see if anybody from Oh my gosh, Shirley Burns is here. So
yeah,
yeah,
you
I'm
sure
very excited about that.
thing again
Yay!
with Penny.
Yeah, yes, yeah, Penny Page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh wow!
shout out.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! Yeah, everybody's here.
But
Well,
there's also a couple things that are coming up that I will um yeah, that will be happening actually at the end of the month, I think. So we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Okay.
it's Pie. Pie came to say hi.
Pie.
Hi.
Oh my,
Hi, Pie.
how's Pie's eyes?
Oh, you know, hanging in there. He's hanging in there. He's a good boy. I think he might be blind now in the one eye. I'm not sure. He has
Oh.
like poor little guy. He's an old man. He's an old man. But yeah,
Oh.
as far as um, you know, this interview and all that, I guess like Sin, did you want to kind of wrap it up with what how we usually do that?
Yeah,
Unless
I guess.
people in
Yeah,
the
I think
chat,
Oh, I know. I didn't even look at anything on the chat.
I
I don't think
um,
anybody had any questions.
I don't think I saw questions. No.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody in the chat? Does anybody have any immediate questions for
But
I
thanks
think
for
I'll ask
coming
some parting words.
out, Sin and
No, of course.
Shirley and Michael and Joseph. Yeah.
But my last question is, so we here at Malcolm believe that music is a vehicle for positive change and a way to document stories, experiences, and history for marginalized people. Can you share with us some parting words of wisdom, advice, and hope for the future?
So one thing I will say is that I know that for a long time um I felt very alone and kind of like isolated, and I think I was doing that to myself. And
Mm,
I think that for people that don't feel like they belong, I mean, not necessarily in our community, but of course in our community, but anybody that feels marginalized or feels that they're not in the well-worn path, I think that if you feel like you don't belong somewhere, I would like to invite you to think that maybe you could belong anywhere then. And I think that duality is real. And I think that there's
mm,
more queer people and there's a lot more people that don't feel like they fit in than we think. So
Mm.
yeah, so I would say that. Yeah.
mm.
Awesome.
That is awesome. I guess I think that closes it up. So,
Yay! Thank you
yeah.
so much.
It's been
No,
really
thank you. Thank you
fun.
for sharing this.
Yeah, talking with all of you. So please go check out Michael Ryder's new album. There's CDs and tapes for sale on Bandcamp. And you can also find you on streaming. I mean, just look at Michael Ryder, and I'm
Yes.
sure
Yeah.
pop up.
Immediately popped up. Immediately popped up.
All right, awesome. Well, then I will talk to you all soon. And yeah, happy release to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jen Grim.
Bye.
Bless. Thank you.